Yo, bad influence, check it out, MC Crane, kick it one time. I'm sorry, we will have some proper music on the programme this week from Brooklyn.
A bad influence, a bad influence.
I'll be finding out how to turn one bad influence presenter into another.
And our main game review this week is Super Mario Land 2 on the Game Boy. Violet!
Yeah?
Violet, you're on!
You what? Oops, getting a bit carried away here with this, the new Nigel Mansell Freewheel. You plug it into your driving sim instead of a joystick, and it's just attached by a thin wire. This game I'm playing, Nigel Mansell's World Championship, actually recommends using the freewheel for extra realism. When I steer with it, the hands on the steering wheel on screen move in exactly the same way as me, and I use these two buttons to slow up and speed up. As well as that, you can choose to do manual gears, and you change the gears then by sort of flicking the wheel backwards and forwards, which is really difficult to do and steer at the same time. Mind you, if you like driving sims, you'll love this. Oh, and the helmet's optional.
Our main game review this week is Super Mario Land 2 on the Game Boy, the biggest and hottest Game Boy title of the year, starring everybody's favourite plumber. But all is not well for our hero. All the creatures in Mario Land have been turned against him by the evil Wario. To the rescue, here comes Alex.
I give this game 4 marks. It's a great little adventure. The thing I like about it is the enhanced graphics. It's a lot better than the original one. This is the Mario map. You can choose to go anywhere from here, which means you can go through the game in any order you like. Okay, this is the Hippo bonus level. There's lots to do on this level. The main objective of this level is to get into his bubble. I've just lost my bubble, which means that all your power-ups have been taken away. There's 3 main types of power-up on Super Mario. The first one is his mushroom, which turns him into Super Mario. The second one is the fire flower, which means you can fire things. And the third one is the carrot, which means you turn into Bunny Ears Mario and you can fly around the levels. I just got the fire flower now, and I'm firing and I can shoot the baddies. Just shot this bird, and then I go on to finish the level. One of the best things about Super Mario 2 is you can save the game, which means you can start wherever you like. I buy this game. It's the fastest and best game I've ever seen on the Game Boy. My only criticism is it's a little bit easy, and I did get to the last level.
This is really fresh and fun. It's a really good game for the Game Boy, and I'd like to see it in colour. It looks good for an LCD screen. It's got some good puzzles, but the scrolling could be smoother. It's just a bit too much like Super Mario Land 1.
And so to the final scores for Super Mario Land 2. The boys gave it an excellent 4 out of 5, and the girls liked it too. 4 out of 5 from them. We're getting a lot of letters to the Bad Influence office at the moment, which is great. Thanks, keep coming in. It's nice to hear what you have to say. And we're getting a lot like this one. This is from Jenny Smith, who lives at King Edward Avenue, Hastings in East Sussex. Hi, Jen. She says, Dear Andy and Violet, I'm getting fed up of watching computer shows that don't even mention my computer. And I know you've got an Atari ST. Well, we do have one here in the studio, and if you're an ST owner, look out for some software reviews for you in later programmes. There is a particular application, however, that this computer is well suited to. Music.
The sound of the rhythm coming to ya. Bass vibrations move right through ya. Check the controls as we start to swing. Sound so good you can't help but start to shake that thing in the place on the dance floor. We know the funky music's what you're looking for, and here it is. Can't you see? It can never be a bad influence on me.
Short but sweet. These guys are Brooklyn. That's their brand new single, or at least part of it. The single's called Bad Influence. Welcome to the programme.
How's it doing, Andy?
Nice of you to name your single after us, Jerome. We're very pleased.
Well, actually, Andy, we didn't name the single after
didn't?
you. No, we got the name from some slang that's used in the States by young rappers. So bad actually means good, so it's good influence and not bad influence.
Well, we like the title, though. Can we borrow it, do you think?
No, I don't think so.
I think you can just get off now. Thank you very much. Just clear off on your way. Kevin's in the band too.
Hi.
He plays the keyboard and he also produces the music, and I was saying the Atari is well suited to music. How and why, Kev?
Well, it certainly is, because it's the only computer with MIDI.
What's MIDI?
MIDI is Musical Instrument Digital Interface.
And what does that do?
Well, that means that with a software sequencing package, such as this one, and this computer, I can talk to all these keyboards and tell them what to do from here.
All right, show us how it works then.
Right, okay, well, I put some kick drums in.
You put them in, I see.
Yeah. what I can do then is I can take that bar and copy it over as many times as I like.
That's 16 bars of
There
drums
is
there.
16 bars of bass drums there. It sounds like this. Straight kick.
Fair enough, yeah, but it needs a bit of melody to make it a bit more interesting, doesn't it?
So I'll just take that organ off.
Oh, you put that organ in already. Do you always use the mouse to put the notes into the computer?
No, not at all. What I'll do now is record Mark on that keyboard.
So you can actually play live in as well.
So.
Oh, it's a bit of a duff note there. Does he have to do that again?
No,
oh, there's the duff
note.
one.
Yeah, and I can change that. Simple as that.
It's incredible, and presumably, in the same way as you reproduce the drum notes, you can reproduce that bar and put it all the way through.
Yep.
But when it's all finished, what does it sound like?
Well, it's getting there. It sounds like this.
That's Mark's bit. And it's corrected as well, so we didn't have the duff note in there, which is terrific. It makes me think, what is there left for human beings to do? This does it all for you?
No, it doesn't, because this is just a very useful tool. You're only limited by your imagination, really. You have to think of all the ideas first to put them into that, and then move them around.
Yeah, it's an incredible bit of stuff, but it isn't creative, is it?
No.
Thank you for showing it to me. I may go away and record my own single on it shortly.
Right.
In fact, that's a competition prize if you fancy winning yourself a chance to go, all expenses paid, to the studios in Manchester where Brooklyn record, and record your own single. You can. The guys will help you write the single, they'll record it, they'll play on it for you, and you'll end up with a load of copies that you can give to your mates for Christmas. To enter, all you got to do is listen to 5 clips of music we'll play to you at the end of the programme. They're from games. Identify the games, write them on a postcard or a stuck-down envelope, and send them to us at our usual Bad Influence address. There is, in fact, a short version of the single Bad Influence by Brooklyn on the cassette single that comes free with your copy of Bad Influence magazine, which is available now. And if you would like the full-length version, that'll be in your record shops by next week. Want to know what it sounds like? Take it away. Atari. I mean, guys. I mean, Brooklyn. I'm sorry.
Like I said, here it is, a fresh new dawn, designed in a line to keep you moving on and on to a new dimension, a brand new state where love.
This is a cheat for Premiere, a funky game on the Amiga. This'll give you infinite lives. This is Namrud saying it ain't no jives. When the title screen shows on your TV, you gotta type in some words as quick as can be. Now I know all the pokes, peaks and bugs, so in this game type in spark plugs. The screen now flashes and it's a cert. You beat the game and you won't get hurt. Now I've got to go and put me hair in curlers, so on your way, slimy furtlers.
Rapper Nam the Man there. There's lots of software around that enables you to play music on your home computer. This one's called Boombox. It lets you put down sounds to make your own dance track. I'll show you. Go into jam mode and play the track again. And we can change the synths here. Got a new tune there, change the bass, change the drums. Got a new track. And you can also play sample sounds in, like this. Boombox is available for the Amiga and PC and costs around 40 quid. Well, I think that's quite enough of that.
Here, here.
Thanks, Andy. Now for this week's news and previews.
No, this isn't Crime Watch, but pay attention, floppy disk users. Last week, police seized over £100,000 worth of pirated discs from a market in Leeds, and 5 men were arrested for alleged offences under the Copyright Act. A blank disc costs under £1. And a disc with a game on it can cost about £30, so it can be very tempting for anybody to copy games onto discs from a friend, a bulletin board or anything. The simple message is, don't do it. It's just as illegal to copy one game as it is to copy thousands.
No limits, no mercy, no surrender. Well, that's what the blurb says about Strider 2. It's a sequel to the original coin-op conversion and coming out on the Mega Drive, Master System and Game Gear next spring. Strider must use his plasma sword and new lethal shuriken to overcome an array of fiendish enemies such as mutant soldiers and hostile plants to get the weed killer ready.
Well, it finally arrived. After all the hype, 2 days ago it was Sonic Tuesday. Unless you live in Plymouth, in which case Sonic Tuesday became Sonic Friday because some retailers were selling this 5 days before Sonic Tuesday, which rather made a mockery of the fantastically crafted international worldwide simultaneous launch of the mammal, didn't it?
Spiky? Spiky! Oh, I'm just looking for my hedgehog. I think he's been eaten by something that disagreed with it. Look! Anyway, here's a cheat for the Addams family on the SNES. Simply type in BLRZZ to get 46 extra lives and 5 hearts. So, that's big. Ah! And the rest of your family will be saved! Spiky!
And now for something completely different.
I'm sorry, I'll say that again. And now for somebody completely different. Yes, it's still me, just about in one piece after that rather painful transition. And this is the mill, where some of the cleverest special effects are created for adverts and TV. The mill is famous for morphing, short for metamorphosing, which means changing one thing into another. All these morphs were done at the mill. We asked them to show us how they do their morphing, but instead they gave us a starring role in our own morph sequence. In charge is producer Andy Barmer.
Okay, Andy, so we're going to morph you through to Violet, and in order to help the transition, you need some action to give it a bit more oomph.
Have to fit the same expressions together.
Well, it does, yeah, because when you need really to line up roughly, so that you don't. Otherwise, I mean, if your eyes weren't in the right place, approximately, yeah, your eyes are going to have to somehow move across the screen, and that's just going to look a bit of.
Can you do this?
So at the end, you maybe sort of acknowledge the fact that you've transformed.
Become normal again.
So a bit of a.
Yeah.
Right, let's do it. Let's go for it.
To make the morph simple, it's important to put the two faces in the same place on the screen. Though there's a high-tech way of doing this, a felt-tip pen is quicker.
And now for something completely different.
It all takes time. They shoot against a blue screen, so they can put in a different background later.
That's good.
Next, it's my turn.
I mean, we can resize it.
Your hair's sticking up a little bit. Free-rolling.
Oh, sorry. I'll say that again. And now for somebody completely different.
Very good. Seems fine.
Why do you say she was very good and she's only done 2 and you made me do 5, man? And what is this? There's a deal going down here.
Graphic designer Gavin Blair explains what happens next.
In order for the machine to morph, you need to break down the pictures into areas. So you do that using this grid, using this mesh. So like there, I've enclosed an area which includes the eyebrow and the eye, and the same points over here to enclose your eyebrow and eye. So the machine's changing one eyebrow now into another one. It's like the face is on rubber and you're just pulling the mesh and it's like stretching the face. You have to track everything that moves. So like for instance, you started with your mouth closed and opened it as the sequence progressed. You also blinked. So I had to put a lot of detail around your eyes, around your mouth, things like that. You have to rotoscope it, which means you have to go through the sequence, each frame of the sequence, and match the grid to the same points for the whole sequence. So there's a grid following the actions that Andy carried out. You see, that starts as Andy. You can see where the hair matches and the eyes match. And as it goes through the sequence, it transforms into the outline of you over there. So you can see the different hair and the different eyes. So that's a preview of what the morph will do. And then what I can do, if I turn off the meshes, and I can get the machine to show me Andy as you. There you go. That's Andy's face distorted to fit yours. Okay, so what I'm doing now is getting the machine to show me what you will look like distorted to fit Andy's face. So there you are.
Let's admire the morph again in slow motion. You just can't see the join. Next time I feel like a change of image, I'll know where to come.
I didn't know to break, really.
There is software around that lets you get effects similar to morphing on your own home computer. Let's semi-morph away. It changes shape. See if you can...
Hippopotamus!
Oh, what?
It's a hippopotamus.
No, it's not a hippopotamus.
Elephant?
It's not an elephant. The shape's changing, a bit more colour coming in now. No, it's not me.
On a good day?
No, nor is it you on a bad day, Violet.
I know, it's a Humanosaur.
Yes, but which one?
It's Brad.
There we are, yes, it's our own Brad the Humanosaur. You see how he went through different changes there, different stages, changed his shape, and then as he got larger and larger and became more like the Brad we know and love, more colour was in there as well. There's a great thing you can do with this. You can actually paint with him as well, look. So he can whiz all over the screen. Which came first? The dinosaur or the egg? Now some more games reviews. Welcome to the human race. Humans on the Amiga puts you in charge of a tribe of little cavemen who need to puzzle their way through the evolution of mankind. Sounds heavy. Here's Amanda.
This game's a real mental challenge. I've just discovered the spear and now I've got to get the rest of my men to the end of the cave before my time runs out, which is quite hard because they move so slowly. It's also quite hard because you've got to use the joystick and the keyboard at the same time. On this level, you've got to rescue a little man trapped on top of the hill. Humans is a Lemmings type game with some big differences. You can only control one man at a time and they move too slowly. Here I'm just throwing the spear so that I can come back for it later because I can't hold the spear and on the wheel at the same time. This is on the wheel so that I don't lose so much time. I love the graphics. I feel there's a real depth to the pictures. There's some things that can kill you in this, like dinosaurs. And, oh, I've got to get away from this. And now I've just got eaten. This game takes ages to load, which is one problem. But this is okay because you're entertained so well between discs with excellent music. It's a great game. It's really good value for money. It's great entertainment and it'll last for years.
This is a great idea for a game and it looks fantastic. It's a bit slow though. The music is actually worth listening to and it's one of the few games where I wouldn't want to turn the sound down. I'd definitely recommend it.
It's a bit too hard. The men go too slowly. It's got lovely graphics and music though.
And the scores for Humans, the boys liked it, 4 out of 5, and the girls liked it too, 4 out of 5 from them.
Next up is Universal Soldier, a mega shoot-'em-up for the Mega Drive. It's named after the film, but in fact, this is just a reworking of the classic Amiga game Turrican 2. Here's Ian to play it.
This is just like Turrican 2. There's nothing original in the gameplay. The graphics are excellent, and it's an easy game to play. In this game, there are lots of power-ups and other things you can collect, so you very rarely run out of energy. This is the end of level Meanie. He's very nasty to you. I've used my mega weapon to destroy him because it's the easiest way to do it. You can only use this weapon once per life, so you can't go around annihilating everything with it. To be honest, this isn't normally my sort of game, but I would think about buying it because I don't already have Turrican 2. I was surprised how playable I found it.
I've seen it all before years ago. The effects are good, but there's nothing new here, and some of the levels are a bit too long.
It annoys me when they bring out an old game under a new title. This one just cashes in on the name of the film.
And the scores for Universal Soldier, the boys gave it 3 out of 5, an average score, and the girls also gave it 3 out of 5. Well, that's about it for this week, except for the competition. Last week's competition was to win a Mega Drive, a brace of Sonics, and a Bad Influence t-shirt, and we had nearly 7,000 entries. The question was, what is the name of the hedgehog in the Beatrix Potter stories? And the answer was, of course, Mrs. Tiggywinkle. And the first answer, correct answer, drawn out of the Bad Influence waste paper basket, was from Leanne McMillan from Strathclyde in Scotland. Well done.
If you'd like to win that weekend recording your own single with Brooklyn, stand by. The 5 clips of music you got to identify are coming up over the Data Blast. We're back next week with more Bad Influence, or join me 9:25 Saturday morning for What's Up Doc. Take care. Bye-bye. Here comes the competition music to identify. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.